What's going on, guys? Kigerr here, and today we're going to be talking about Baby Groot and Magneto. Where do they work? Do they work? And what game modes do they work best in? Let's get into it. Alright, so first off is Baby Groot. Everyone really likes Baby Groot. I think he's cute as hell. So does everyone. From the new I Am Groot. I'm guessing it's a TV show. I haven't seen it. But his collection stat is crit damage decrease, which is pretty amazing. His 5-star bonus is crit damage decrease, which is pretty good. And his 6-star bonus is PvP decrease, also really good. Let's take a look at the actual skill though. 32-second cooldown, pretty low. That's a good time on it. Creates a barrier equal to scaling. So as you'll see, enhanced skill, it scales 1% per level. So it should max out at 34%. Should. Decreases their movement speed by 45% for 3 seconds. And stuns, which also scales. As you'll see, the barrier scales per level, as well as the stun duration. Now let's read the actual effect. Leaps towards the summoner to create a barrier, then deals percent damage to enemies, decreasing their movement speed. Hit enemies are stunned when they take additional damage from Baby Groot. So we're going to watch the animation here. Comes down, jumps to you, makes the he puts the barrier up as well as puts the grass on the ground, and then the grass kind of explodes. Boom. And then that is the stun. So the issue here being he will not be great in Dimension Duel. For those of you still using Ultron, this is like an Ultron 2.0. It's an Ultron that does damage and a possible stun, and the barrier scales higher than Ultron. He's also at maybe easier than Ultron to get to 6-star because of how the spin wheel's going right now with all the repeatable things. So, but what he is really, really good at is Omega War. He can be used in Alliance Omega War because of the AoE drop down, but his home is going to be the new squad battle. And why that is the enemies don't move, they don't kind of get out of the way of your abilities, so you're always going to land the stun. And what's interesting with squad battle, we'll talk about that in a later video, but things that would require status effect accuracy or guard breaking to do things like a stun don't in squad battle. So the stun is still going to be a stun. Now let's talk about Magneto. Magneto is really cool. I unfortunately don't have him at 6 yet. He's really close. I'm not going to push too hard on him. His collection stat bonus is guard damage. His 5-star bonus is guard damage. And his 6-star bonus is attack. The 4.5% attack, not the 4.95% attack like Mighty Thor. So, I mean, these kind of tell you already what he's trying to do, but let's read the skill. Let's see what scales first. So increased guard damage scales and the damage scales. So let's read the ability. Increases guard damage received by percentage for 7 seconds when the skill lands. Crashes when the skill lands. That's knocking them down, and it's a highest guard break skill. Emits energy towards the enemy to increase received guard damage, and drop structures 3 times to deal damage, knocking down the enemy. Let's watch the animation. So that first wave where the purple comes down, that is the debuff that increases guard damage. Then he drops 3 structures on the target. You'll see boom, boom, boom. Now this can be moved out of. So what this is primarily going to be towards is, yet again, squad battle. This is gonna do well in squad battle. This because it increases the guard damage And we already have Scrag, which that was her main calling card, was increasing guard damage, as you see, at 5, which is 21.6%. So if we look at Magneto, which is at skill 1, which is 20%, he's going to scale to be much higher. This is the definition of power creep. We have a special version of Ultron and a special version of Scrag. All that's really left is a special version of Donna Ports, which you can argue Thor kind of is in some aspects, and Ghost Rider kind of is in others, and a special version of Volstagg, which the community really doesn't want, because that will not be good. But Magneto, so we have to think, what was Scrag really used on? Scrag was used on the Magneto invasion because it was primarily guard break. It was decent in the Strange invasion because the eyes were also dealt guard damage. But this can also be used for things like Magic or Captain America and Omega War because they also do a bunch of guard damage. I don't think it wins out over things like Mighty Thor as far as damage, and I also don't think it beats out Baby Groot or things like Loki as far as battlefield control. But let me know in the comment section down below if you've gone any deeper with these guys. I have played them. I have watched how their abilities work. The only thing I have not done is rank up their skills to the max and level them up to 60. But this is how I feel about them. And until next time, guys.